We don't know how to Sabbath. Jesus made it clear that you got to take time aside. You got to come apart from the busyness and the crowd.
That's true.
So again, in that.
And that's so important in a marriage relationship to make sure that we are doing that as a couple, as husband and wife, that we have Sabbath, that we're coming apart from all the craziness. I think another thing, though, that really, we shift to that responsibility, I think, sometimes to keep our love intense or to keep it exciting, because we're just always looking at the other person.
Your home, it matters. You're there to make a difference.
Well, happy Valentine's.
It's here.
It's Valentine's
this is
week.
The week for lovers.
That's what I hear.
Yep. Happy Valentine's to you.
I know. It's still a couple days.
Sorry, I didn't wear my red Valentine shirt today.
I know. I don't have on anything red today either. Got on my beach spring shirt.
We're a couple of days away, but we hope you really are just...
I will try to look Valentine-y for Valentine's Day. How
That'd
about
be
that?
good.
Okay.
You always look Valentine to me.
Valentine?
Yeah.
Okay.
My girl. I hope you're getting geared up. Hope you.
That's right. We hope you're ready, right? Like if you got your.
You may know all the research on what's Saint Valentine. Do you know anything about that? I don't know.
Well, yes, it was a real person, and wrote a letter to his love, and.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember the whole story, but I mean, this dates way back, like maybe 1600s or something.
Oh, really?
All you historical gurus out there, you can prove me wrong. It's okay. I'm not.
Almost as old as another saint, Nicholas.
Yeah, we just got through celebrating him too. But
wow.
Yeah,
that's been a month and a half ago, by the way.
Yeah, well.
Just got through, so.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy.
It
really seems like we were just talking about Valentine's Day not too long ago. Time flies, but, man, I hope couples you're ready. Maybe you got your dinner reservation planned. If you don't, better go ahead and call. Ordered your flowers or your chocolates.
Am I supposed to make reservations?
Well, sometimes, I'll just tell you, listeners, a secret. Sometimes we just have a date night at home on Valentine's.
We're gone a lot.
Yeah, we are gone a lot.
We do a little better than we used to.
It depends on the time of year. It's a busy time of year right now for us. So traveling a lot. And so if we are in town on Valentine's, and restaurants are so crowded, it's crazy. Sometimes it's just easier to do Valentine's at home. But whatever your plan, the key is make sure you got a plan, right?
Yeah. And I can cook a mean steak.
Yeah. I might have chicken,
usually.
Though.
Yeah.
You cook me some chicken?
I'll do whatever you want. But, again, here's the thing. Again, it is a day and an opportunity for us, right?
It's an opportunity,
we think that everybody ought to live every day like it's Valentine.
Yeah, I mean, really, as a couple, we place emphasis on it this week and in a couple days. But as far as the way we live day to day, I mean, we might not have a nice reservation or, not candy, chocolate-covered strawberries.
You may not believe this.
I don't.
It's covered.
Well, the chocolate-covered strawberries, whatever it is, that might be, I hear you, that might be something a little extra. But in the day-to-day and showing our love and being affectionate, I mean, that should just be...
Can I give a shout-out for somebody that's producing those?
That's making chocolate-covered strawberries?
Yeah, can I advertise? Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
Her name's Carolyn.
Yeah.
And Carolyn, if you're listening out there near our local area, probably you know...
All right.
That Carolyn is producing candy-coated strawberries.
I love it.
Again, you can reach out to her. I know it's kind of late in the game.
Yeah, you might not get them by Valentine's, but, man, wouldn't that be nice if you give a Valentine's gift and then, like, midweek next week, you show up with an extra gift? That'd be okay, wouldn't it?
Yeah. All kinds of nice things. All kinds of things you can do.
Mm-hmm. You about to choke on me over
Yeah, I
here?
had a little bubble there. But we talk a lot about, the fact that we are in this marriage thing, this love relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to take a few minutes today to talk about the fact that, you're usually, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. And again, we just want to make sure that you are taking time, and you may think it's silly or, it's a little bit overboard, but we're just encouraging you to take time these few days to prepare yourself and your thinker, get your mind set that way. We talked a few weeks ago about the fact that a lot of times, the way you think of your spouse when you're not with your spouse is so important, so critical. But again, you are actually becoming what you think all the time. And that is especially true in your marriage relationship. I think that so many people, we look at this thing and we expect, in our society, people expect marriage to be just somehow,
nothing special, nothing grand, right?
Yeah, I mean, hum-ho. I mean, some people want their wife to be the second part of that for them. But again, I'm just saying, that's ugly, isn't it? I shouldn't have said that. They want all this spice in life. With you. But again, I think it really comes back to how you're treating your marriage, how you're treating your relationship,
every single day,
how you're treating romance, how you treat the intimate relationship. All of that and again, all of that we're saying is a place. This is a time where maybe you can level up a little bit.
Yeah. I think we're calling the podcast "Amp Up Your Love."
Okay.
Yeah, so amp up your expressions of love, right? And you alluded to it a minute ago. Several weeks ago, we talked about starting over every day. Maybe you just need
a do-over.
A do-over. You did. You called it a do-over. Maybe you need just to start again. Maybe you need a fresh start. I mean, Valentine's Day can be a fresh start. For that, maybe you need to ask for forgiveness. Maybe you need to forgive. Right? Maybe you need to, offer some love and affection and even acceptance, those things that maybe you have not been offering. But man, what a great time on Valentine's to say, man, we've kind of, let love lag, or we kind of been distracted. And this is a day that kind of we're given an opportunity. You said that a little bit ago, to kind of just reel it back in, refocus, and let it not just be one day out of the year, but man, every day can be Valentine's.
So
as far as the way that we love and give love.
Yeah, I really believe that it's a place on our calendar. We talk about different calendar events being on our calendar. It's a place on our calendar that we can mark off, we can block off, and if you'll take time to do that and put some energy into it. Maybe your relationship, your marriage can take a step forward.
Yes.
And, you can't ever I don't think that it's permissible for us to allow this critical relationship that mirrors Jesus, right? That mirrors Jesus and his love for the church.
Ephesians 5.
I don't think that any of us can ever, if you're a follower of Jesus, and I know most of you are out there listening, but you can't ever allow that to become something that's just complacent or stale.
That's true. I
always say boring Christianity is one of the worst things on the planet because, again, I believe if you're following the Lord, there's nothing boring about it. There's always an adventure. There's always a side that we're recognizing that, man, we're moving forward. And
that's right.
It may not be easy all the time, but, my best friend, my partner in life, my lover.
Loving you is easy. It is easy.
Yeah, I know. Most of the time. Should be. But again, that I have my best friend, my companion, my lover, that we are doing life together. We have this privilege. So every day, again, I would love for every day, for everybody to catch this. Every day is a day that we recognize the opportunity that we have to do this thing together. But we're just saying, man, what a great opportunity for you to
And be thankful for the opportunity we have.
Yeah, for you to
and to love
amp it
one
up
another.
and take another step.
Yeah, let me give them a definition of amp up, okay? So here's amp up, all right, to increase, to intensify, or to make something more exciting. And if you are in a boring marriage relationship, whose fault is it?
Yeah.
Whose fault is it?
If it's boring, then you have to take credit for it.
Me?
Yeah.
I have to take credit for it?
Yeah. If it's boring, if you don't recognize the life and the possibilities of the relationship, you don't recognize the possibilities of our time together. If you don't realize that, there's always places to grow, there's places to learn.
Yes.
Always. So again, if you don't seize those, if you don't recognize those and seize those, and again, a lot of things contribute to that, I think.
To not taking advantage of opportunity?
Yeah, I think it's just we get stuck in the routines and we get stuck in the expectations. We get stuck in the weariness of life. We don't know how to Sabbath. Jesus made it clear that you got to take time aside. You got to come apart from the busyness and the crowd.
That's true.
So again, in that.
And that's so important in a marriage relationship to make sure that we are doing that as a couple, as husband and wife, that we have Sabbath, that we're coming apart from all the craziness. I think another thing, though, that really, we shift to that responsibility, I think, sometimes to keep our love intense or to keep it exciting, because we're just always looking at the other person.
Yeah.
What he didn't do, what she didn't do, what they did do that they should not have done.
Keeping score kind of thing.
Yeah, keeping score, but the
really
that
never
bottom
works.
line,
that never works. Keeping score in marriage never ever works.
Nobody ever wins.
You will never ever win. Right.
Nobody ever wins. But just the importance of making a decision individually.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting as far as, it depends on me, because I'm going to do what I can, right? Going to do what I can to make sure it's my responsibility. Yeah,
we're not going to live conditionally, where our relationship's always there's a contingency or the conditions have to be met. It's that if-then kind of deal, where if you do this, then I do this. If you like this way, then I like this way. If you're always, again, it goes back to that thing, if you're always kind of keeping up with what's been done right.
Yeah.
And boy, I see that. I've dealt with that with people.
It happens so much. And
the reality is if you are looking for it, you'll probably find it. If you're looking for a one-up, but what we're saying is just kind of refuse to settle into those kind of mindsets. Refuse to allow that in your marriage. You may have to break off today a pattern in your life that can be life-changing and
absolutely
relationship
can be life-changing.
But if you're not willing to confront that stuff and you're not willing to say no to yourself.
That's key, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, I have to do it all the time. There are things that, that in life that if I just am selfish and, and I'm going to do my thing and I want what I want, then, man, it can be so destructive to your marriage
Never
relationship.
Works in marriage. Never works.
We just encourage you to stop. I want to make sure, we're talking about amping up for Valentine's, but again, I want to make sure that I'm adding to my wife. I want to make sure to add to her, not take away from her. I hope that I'm there in my commitment, my love toward her. And guys, listen to me for a minute. If your commitment to her, this is what commitment looks like. I'm always out for her good. I'm always making sure that I serve, that I'm a part of making sure that her life is secure.
That's good.
That I'm making sure that her life is fruitful and productive. That her dreams are becoming reality, that her destiny is actually being mapped, that I'm a part of that I contribute to that. And again, if we don't live with that in mind, I think that we are certainly falling short on our part, and a wife as well.
Absolutely.
On the other side, you can talk about that more, but again, that commitment, what that looks
Well,
like.
it's what you started with. It's always preferring the other. And that's so clear in Scripture that, my individual wants and desires and preference, we're willing to lay aside for the sake of the other, for the sake of the relationship, for the sake of our love together.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. You're having ear
Had a
problems
little
over
breakdown there. Sorry.
Just making sure, though, that we're doing everything we can do individually.
Right.
Yeah. And even...
I'll do it when you act right.
Well, I can't make any promises on that.
But we're joking there, but...
That's the way many live.
I think there are probably people that are listening right now that is your MO.
Yeah.
If he would just act right, if he would just do this different, if he'd do this better, I would be better. I'd be a better wife.
It's always waiting on the other person.
Yeah.
And maybe some of you listening out there that, maybe there is no plan for Valentine's, and you say, well, if we're going to have a plan, she's got to do it. Or if we're going to have a plan, he's got to do it. Well, then you're probably not going to have a plan. I mean, let's amp it up individually.
Yeah.
Right? So if I need to make the plan, you need me to make the plan? He's got it.
We'll do it together.
We can do it together. But I'm just saying, we don't always have to wait on the other. And I think that's where couples get caught up so many times.
I'm trying to get words out here. The thing is, we know we're going to do something. Mm-hmm. That is the expectation. And again, I think a lot of couples out there probably this night or this time, maybe you have a romantic evening. Maybe this is the first time, in weeks that you've had, a true intimate encounter. We hope that happens this Friday. We hope that is a reality for your life. But I think you have to make sure that you're preparing yourself.
That's right.
Again, in that, there are things that you can do to make sure you're ready. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, before we go, let's just throw a few things out there. Maybe in getting ready and in preparing yourself. And again, not just for Valentine's week. This will do you good in March, right? This will do you good in April. If you will, look, what about this? Just express your love in a real way. What do you mean? Don't just assume they know. I mean, express it. Make sure you express it in a way that can be experienced. Mm-hmm. Like maybe in a card. I would say write your own, though. People get way too much for cards you buy. A card, a note, a text. One. You bought a Valentine's card?
Mm-mm.
No, you just bought a
few
card.
Weeks ago.
Okay.
You don't remember? Uh-oh. I went into a lot of effort. You don't remember?
It's your special notes, I remember. I do remember. You left it on my nightstand.
You do remember.
I do remember. I'm sorry. I was just kind of keyed into Valentine's, and I'm like, you bought a card, but it's not Valentine's yet, so no.
But you said you can write one in March.
That's right. You wrote one in January.
Yeah.
That's probably back in January. But yeah, I just come in one night, and there was a card on my nightstand. I'm like, what's this for? Man, you remember.
And that's hard for me because my handwriting is so awful. My handwriting's awful.
It does not matter.
Oh my God!
I'll take the scribbled note anytime.
And again, I
anytime
kind of toot my own horn there, but
that's all right.
Again, there are times and places, and that's what we're saying. Valentine's is a great opportunity to amp it up, level it up a little bit. Your love relationship, be intentional about some of the stuff.
Do that.
We overuse the word.
Do that for Valentine's, but then don't let it be Valentine's before you do that again. Right? But
that's a good point.
It's a great time to start that. The touch,
and again,
the
affection, the touch, the whole thought process, or you putting your thoughts out there, you being vulnerable.
Yes.
Expressions of your love and appreciation, your gratitude. I think
that's so important. Just your affirmation in the things that they do on the regular.
Yeah.
Look, everybody likes to know they're appreciated.
Yep.
I mean, thank you for working. Thank you for providing. Thank you for, the car I ride in. And you say, I helped pay for that car too. Happy Valentine's. Yeah, thank you.
That wasn't very, was that kind of uncouth there?
No, that's part of it.
You know, the reality is that
I like it.
I think that we have to be thankful, you know, to the Lord, and make sure that Thanksgiving is always presented.
Yes.
But also, it's not, if you're just thanking the Lord for your wife, you know, unless the Holy Spirit's doing something in her that just lets her know that you're thankful for her. You know, there's ways that you need to make sure that you express that to her.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you thank her? Do you thank her for, you know, your times? Do you thank her for, hey, all the attention? Do you thank her for a meal? Do you thank her for,
good, yeah.
you know, just the
Do you thank him for taking out the trash? I love for him to. I hate to take out trash. I just love for you to take out trash. Yeah, I just leave it there. I get out a grocery sack. I'll give you a hint. I get out a grocery sack and just start putting stuff in that if he hadn't got the trash out.
And again, it's good that you don't waste trash space. So again,
we don't even have time.
But again,
we don't even have time for that. But
you love me taking out the trash.
I love just saying thank you for the stuff that we just let roll sometime. You know, just thank you for putting gas in my car. Just the other week, I was leaving church, and I said, hey, I got to run by the gas station. And he didn't say anything. He's like, okay, see you in a minute, and love you, bye. And I got to the gas station, and I started to get out of the car. Yeah, you do, but I'm just saying, I started to get out of the car, and he hadn't said anything about it, and he's pulling up behind me to pump my gas.
You know why?
Because you didn't want me to have to get out in the cold.
That's right.
And I love that.
Yep.
Thank you. So I tried to say thank you, but those, not just one time a year on a Valentine's Day, man, let that become part of who you are all the time. Put the work in, the intentionality. We hate to use the word work, but I mean, for some of you, it might be work until it becomes something that's part of your nature. So we just push you in that. Man, spend the time, spend the energy, spend the money.
Do the love language.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, find a way that you just amp it up. Again, here you are. Great time, great opportunity. Boy.
That's right.
Guys, don't miss his chance.
I know.
Go buy something or go do something that, man, will communicate to her. Hey.
Blow her mind. Blow his mind, wife, out there. Yeah. Just shock her. Be like, whoa, what is this?
And don't just do it so you can have some sex.
That's right.
If that'll be one of the rewards for it, I think, for a lot of people, not everybody, but again, even without that being the motive,
right,
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If that is one of the benefits of the, you know,
then so be it.
Yeah.
Right. But even without that, if that's not a possibility for Friday night, then still amp up your love. Right?
Yeah, happy Valentine's. We got to go.
Valentine's. I mean, we just look so drab for Valentine's. I don't even know what we were thinking. I wasn't thinking.
I'm going to put on my right red.
Right? Bright, you mean?
Right red. I'm going to put on my right red Valentine's draws later on. Okay?
It's time to go. It's time to go. Happy Valentine's. Man, we love you so much. We'll see you next time.
Always remember, your home matters. Bye.